Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, October the 7th, and it's game week as the Hogs travel to Knoxville, Tennessee for a 3:15 kickoff with the number 12 ranked Volunteers, who sit at 4-1 and have the number one offense in the country at 51 points per game. On today's show, we'll react to all the games from this past weekend, recap Primetime at the Palace, give our hot seats and shout outs, and talk about some ball. Andrew, how was your weekend, brother?
It was good. It was good. We got to spend a little time with the family. I honestly didn't get to watch a lot of football. Didn't get to play golf either, but made some preparations. Like I said, we're planning on moving in December, so made some headway there on getting ready for all that. But mostly just spending some time with the family. I gave a lot of my weekends are pretty football watching filled, and so try to give one back to the family, if you
Yeah.
will, this weekend to get some quality time in and hopefully buy me a few more Saturdays
Only
going
only owe him
forward.
about 4 or 5 more, then you'll be even.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it was a good weekend. We had a lot of ball in our house. We had basketball Saturday and Sunday, and we got a little bug going around, so I'm fighting that right now. So if you see me chugging water or blowing my nose, y'all just bear with me a little bit. Bobby had his first official press conference as the interim head coach
Mhm.
on Monday. Um, it was just kind of refreshing just to kind of see some good vibes up there at the press table and answering all the questions.
Mhm.
Not kind of him hauling around different questions. And I mean, there was nothing groundbreaking he said, but it was just kind of a breath of fresh air just to talk about how he's changed the structures of practices back to his old ways. The way he's always
Mhm.
done things. And it was kind of funny. He kind of fat shamed Courtney Crutchfield, which I found ironic. He just said he
Yes.
came in
Yes, I heard
overweight and
that.
pretty much called him fat. It was kind
Yeah.
of funny. But talked about how he's getting close to making an impact, and man, he just talked about how they're getting out there and sweating on the practice field, which I find just reading between the lines. He said that 2 or 3 times, just getting out there and sweating. It
Mhm.
kind of makes me think that I don't know how intense these practices were before. Just trying to read between the lines of him saying some stuff like that, and they asked him if his defense was a scheme or an effort issue, and he pretty much said both. But they're not worried about. They're not judging anybody on what they did the last 4 or 5 weeks. They're only worried about moving forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, so nothing groundbreaking, but just kind of nice to see someone up there. He cracked a few smiles and had a little energy and little go getter about him. It was just different vibes.
Yeah. I will say this. I have a take on Bobby that I forgot about until kinda his press conference today, definitely today, but then the other way. Dude, they're so boring.
No, he's
When he
boring.
When he
He's
was here
boring.
before, I remember, like, falling asleep. I used to so back when Arkansas was really good in the Houston days and the 3 years under 3 of the 4 years under Bobby, I used to, like, live for the coaches show that would come on at night, and
Oh
I just
yeah.
remember, like, I would fall asleep just about every time with Bobby. I mean, 'cause we at that point, we came from Houston Nutt, who was like, "Man, I tell you, Chuck, we were out there, we had Peyton Hillis out of Conway, Arkansas, and Casey Dick out of Allen, Texas, going out there, and then it's Bobby's like, we ran hard and we were, you know, going full speed and we really liked what we saw out of the guys and
Oh Lord.
today it was just kind of the same thing, want to make sure we're practicing hard, we're sweating out there and
Well,
we're
I
really happy
thought
with the
I
opportunity.
thought I fell asleep in Bobby press conferences, so I started watching Sam Pittman press conferences. Then I really
Well,
fell asleep.
at least he's gonna give you a soundbite or something. He's gonna say something
But
that I mean,
his first few years he did. His first few
yeah,
years he did.
yeah,
These last couple, man, they've been hard to watch. But
yeah.
I don't know. I just get the vibe that yeah, he's still got that monotone,
Mhm.
and he's very monotone. But you can just kind of look into his eyes and just still see that I'm ready to just rip someone's soul out of their body.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I did like a few of the things he said. He talked about being aggressive. He talked about, wanting the challenge of going into Neyland Stadium and, those kind of which I mean, you have to say the right things in this position,
Yeah, yeah,
but, some of the things he said, not the way he said it, but some of the things he said gave you some things to be excited about.
yeah. I obviously we hired Jay Hayes as a defensive line coach. 13 seasons as a defensive line coach for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he's been retired maybe the last couple. I think he had a stint with Canadian football or something, but um, that's some experience he's bringing in to try to shore up this defensive line. They moved Chris Wilson, who's the interim D coordinator from D line to linebackers. Um, so yeah, so anytime you can get someone who's been around the block, coached a few Pro Bowlers, been to some AFC Championship games and whatnot, I think that's in the situation we're in, I think that may be a breath of fresh air for our defensive line.
Yeah, for sure. Well, obviously, I've never heard of him, but, I'm gonna
Yeah, no,
assume that
me,
he
me, me either.
that he could do some things. Yeah, so let's hope that I mean, honestly, it can't be any worse than what we've been seeing. So,
Yeah,
let's get out there and let's do it.
roll the ball out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so on Friday's pod, obviously we'll really get into the weeds on kind of the Tennessee pregame stuff and break down what we want to see. Let's talk about some football this past weekend. I know you didn't get to watch much. I actually watched a lot. We had some basketball Saturday, but outside of that, before that, and after that, I pretty much was glued to my TV. Boy, the Texas Longhorns. I just really feel bad for all them Texas fans and them
Man,
Longhorn guys.
you gotta feel
I
for
hate
him.
they're going through it. I hate they're going through it.
Yeah, it's, your heart breaks that they're doing so bad, but, no, I did get to so the parts of 2 games I did get to see were Texas, Florida, and then Vandy, Bama. I was going back and forth a little bit between those. So, yeah, again, everybody's on Arch, and again, at times he looks bad, but then at times he'll show a little something that he can't that he does know what he's doing. So, overall, I think he's gonna be fine. Was honestly, for that specific game, I was happy that Florida pulled it out just because
Yep.
I'm rooting hard for for him to keep that job,
Yep. Yep.
just so we have one less job to fight against, especially in the SEC. But yeah, Texas. They're I mean, they're not going to be a playoff contender, obviously, as well as Penn State.
Penn State, baby, going
Oh,
losing
and
to 0-4 UCLA, and that's
had not
always a
held a
tricky
lead.
spot. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always a tricky spot for them East Coast teams when they go out west. I talked about that earlier in the year when Minnesota, I think, with the Cal and maybe lost. I
Hmm.
said before that, I said these teams go out there and they struggle just
Yeah.
that 3-4 hour uh, time zone difference. But
Yeah.
man, you can't lose to an 0-4
They hadn't
UCLA if
even
you.
they hadn't even held a lead this year.
Yeah,
UCLA had
I mean
not been
that's
in the lead.
crazy. It's crazy. James Franklin, man, hey, we may need to put him on the hot board 2.0, for our job if he doesn't get it together.
Don't want him.
Not a
Don't
fan. Not a
don't
fan.
want him. Even just his reaction. I saw somebody played a clip of his press conference after the game, and it was just a lot of like blaming players, blaming the travel, blaming the which I mean, I will almost give you, but it's Big Ten, that's your fault. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a lot of like, what was us? We had some injuries against from the previous week. So it's like, I don't want to hear, dude, it's UCLA 0-4, had not held a lead. They had like 11 people in the stands for their blue out, and Penn State got blown out. So
yeah, yeah. It's pretty wild.
it was not as close as the score indicated, by the way, either.
I think it's safe to say that Texas and Penn State are off the college football playoff selection committee's list.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if Penn State goes and beats Ohio State, and maybe I don't know, that's a bad loss though. That's a bad
Uh,
loss. I don't.
well, I mean, yeah, if you win out, you can definitely make the playoff, but I don't.
Yeah,
If you're losing to UCLA, you got bigger fish to fry than worrying about beating Ohio State and running
just
the
very
table.
true. Very
So,
true. Alabama holds off Vandy. The game was closer than what the score ended up being.
mhm.
Um, I know the score ended up being, oh, what was it, 30? Nah, I can't remember. 30-14.
I think so.
Uh, yeah, Vandy had the ball down 20-14 with like 8 minutes to go in the game in the red zone. A chance to take the lead right there. Diego just had a couple uncharacteristic turnovers. He had a
Mhm.
fumble and a interception in the red zone that cost him. But dude, Vandy's for real. I don't think there's any question. Vandy's for real.
Yeah,
All
their
props to,
defense was
yeah,
playing pretty good.
all
It's like
props
I
to
would take their
Alabama.
yeah.
I mean, we were trashing me. I was trashing Kalen DeBoer early, after they got whipped by Florida State, but they seem to have waken up a little bit. And Ty Simpson looks like the real deal. I mean, he looks like a
Mhm.
Heisman contender, kind of out of
Yeah.
nowhere. And so I think Alabama's legit. They're really good. I'll be surprised if they don't make the playoff. I hope they got Missouri this week. I think. I hope they just pound Missouri, but you never know. And then Miami, Miami proves that they're the real deal. Went into
Mhm.
Florida State, and I'll talk a little more about that in my shout outs. But Miami's good, good.
Yeah. Yeah, they look good on all sides of the ball I didn't get to watch that game, but I saw some highlights and
Yeah.
some commentary on it, and yeah, it seems like they're legit.
And then the last one I got is A&M beating Mississippi State. I watched almost that whole game. I had a couple bets on A&M, and dude, I just forget how hostile the 12th man is at night.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything better. You can have the whiteout at Penn State. You can have all that. Dude, that place, they had a blackout.
Mhm.
Dude, oh my gosh. It was insane.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I saw bits
environment
and
down
pieces
there.
of that. I saw bits and pieces of that one. I was like, we talked about uniforms and kinda, like, trying to mix it up here at Arkansas, talking about, like, what tradition are we basing our uniforms on and not using, like, all of our logos and all of tapping in but I'm like, A&M, I don't like, maybe not success as a program tradition, but as far as, like, traditions and basically a cult, A&M has way more tradition on that kinda stuff than we do, and they don't have black anywhere in their logo, and they did a
Yeah.
blackout.
Yeah.
And so I'm
It was
like, "Dude,
cool.
we
It was
can."
awesome.
Yeah. So, we can definitely do some stuff to mix
Yeah.
it up here, and again, I'm putting my name in the hat for the game day experience coordinator, like, let me on the team somehow because
Yeah.
there's some things that could
I
be done.
Hey, I'll go to vouch for you. Uh, A&M's good. Their defense is stupid good.
Mhm.
Mississippi State's offense is really good, and that game was close for a half. I think it was 7-3 at halftime,
Mhm.
and then A&M pulled away. But I think they're just up there with everybody else. I don't know if their quarterback plays as good to really get
Mhm.
them over the hump, but man, it's
There's a lot of people that have them as a sneaky, playoff team, so and I mean, they're
yeah,
ranked, what, 5 or 6 in the country right now,
yeah,
so it's not
yeah.
like they which and just to do some breaking news here, they just announced the time for the A&M game's 2:30 at home, next week, so
Shocker,
yeah,
day game.
right.
Uh, um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see though, because you got Oklahoma, right? They're ranked in the top 5.
Mhm,
We got A&M. Ole Miss is ranked number 4.
mhm,
Alabama snuck back up in the top 10 at number 8.
mhm,
Oklahoma's number 6. I'm sorry. So I mean, there's 4 SEC teams in the top 10. Then you got Georgia at 10,
mhm,
and then LSU and Tennessee at 11 and 12. And
mhm,
so there's not going to be 7 teams get in, 8 teams get in the college
right,
football playoff from the SEC. So it's going to be really fun the next few weeks
mhm,
to see how all this plays out. That may be something we do Friday is we take a stab, make a prediction at who we think gets in out of the SEC into the playoff because it's just a big cluster right now figuring out who's
yeah.
going to separate themselves.
Maybe we could do a little it's kinda too late to do the, like, all team like a fantasy draft for playoff teams, but maybe we could do, like, a SEC fantasy draft
Yeah,
of team like, we could take SEC teams since it's so combobulated at the top there, so,
yeah, yeah. We'll figure something out fun to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Get creative with it. So your boy was boots on the ground for primetime at the Palace Friday night.
Yeah, how was it?
Uh, Man, I'm ready for hoops. I'm ready for hoops in the
Mhm.
worst way. I'm a basketball guy anyway. Like, I love
Mhm.
football. I love
Yeah.
football, but I'm a basketball guy.
Yeah.
And so, and they just did such a great job of just feeding us a bunch of sugar, just stuffing our bellies full, making us all fat and happy, just to probably let us down eventually. But yeah, it was cool, man. They had the big intros, like they had the big stage set up, and they introduced every player with strobe lights and smoke and music, and each player came out and did like it was kind of like they do the starting lineups at the All Star game, NBA All
Mhm.
Star game. They come out, it was really cool, and then they did a dunk contest, which was good. I think Billy Richmond should have won.
Okay.
Um, he had a sick 360 backwards 360. Just a Billy Richmond, just looked awkward, but it was really
Mhm.
cool. Um, Brazil jumped over the 7'2" guy from Bosnia. I can't remember his name,
Okay.
but it was just one of those where like you get the leverage because you put your
Mhm.
hand on their back before you, and
Yep.
so I mean it was still cool,
Yep.
but like there's some leverage help there. So he ended up winning the dunk contest, and it was just kind of funny because Nick Pringle did a dunk. He jumped over one of the freshmen who's like 5'9".
Mhm.
Everybody went crazy. And then Brazil comes out, jumps over the 7'1" guy. Like it just kind of made Pringles look not great. But no, the dunk contest was cool. We got some high flyers. They did a 3-point contest. Malik Thomas, a freshman, McDonald's All American, he won the 3-point contest. And then they did some, if you want to call it scrimmage or pickup. I mean, it
Uh-huh.
made the NBA All Star game look like a defensive clinic. I mean, which that was the plan. Obviously, they were
Yeah.
told to, but dude, they didn't. I mean, if someone was driving down the lane, defenders just got out of the way and just like
Mhm.
or letting them dunk and just alley oop after alley oop. And
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I think hmm, pass the eye test.
Okay.
Last year Cal kept saying, "Hey, be patient, be patient." It's going to take. He ain't said that yet about this team. He
Mhm.
ain't told us to be patient. So I think he's pretty excited about it. And then they had their pro day on Sunday, and I watched that. It's kind of, if you don't like basketball, it's kind of boring because they're just doing
Mhm.
drills on TV and stuff and a little bit of scrimmage. But yeah, you kind of get to see in a more serious setting who's looking good. And I'm just telling you, we'll do a basketball deep dive here in a week or two, kind of a preseason preview. But Malik Thomas, man, he's kind of the freshman. He was a McDonald's All American, but everybody's talking
Yeah.
about Darius Acuff. He's
Mhm.
the real super hyped up freshman point
Mhm.
guard. But Malik Thomas, oh, he's got shades of JD Note.
Okay.
Like there's not a shot he doesn't like,
Yeah.
and I mean, he's got that scores mentality, and he's gonna drive us nuts some, but he's also gonna score 20 plus in a few big games, and probably just straight single handedly hit a bucket to win a game. So, but yeah, man, they look good. We got the bigs, we got the guards, they got the slashers, they got the shooters. I'm excited. I wish we had a game tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, they honored or, show I don't know, they didn't honor honor 'em, they showcased the basketball team at the Notre Dame game, so they again, that tunnel that I'm right beside at the football stadium is where everybody comes in and out, and so the team was standing right there. I was like, "Man, we're gonna look good coming off the bus, if nothing else."
Right? Yeah, they're long.
So
Gosh, they're long.
yes, yeah, there wasn't anybody too short except for maybe the 5'9" guy you were talking about, but
Yeah. So I think he may be a walk on. I think he's a walk on.
yeah,
He's the dude. He's a hype guy. He's a TikTok guy. Every time I flip
mhm,
on TikTok, his name's Amir. I forgot his last name, but he's
okay,
like he's like the energy hype guy. Like he's
mhm,
just there for good vibes.
yep,
But you need one of those. You need one of those guys.
yeah,
Um, but no, after it was all over, Cal was like, "So I'm gonna let the players come up into the bleachers, and they're gonna walk up these stairs here, and y'all kind of take a few pictures or autographs." And 2 minutes later, the court it's like a court storm. Like everybody just rushed the court, and the players never made it up to the bleachers. So
uh-huh,
they just stood down there and signed autographs for hours. I felt like.
that's awesome.
It was hard to get to a bunch of them, but it was cool, man. We got pictures with my kids, and and Trevon Brazile and Malik Ewan and Carter. We got them all. Pictures and autographs of all of them. Coach Cal.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, it was really cool. It was fun. Boy, it could be good. I put in my ticket for national championship, Arkansas Razorback national championship. I've got the I've got the ticket in my pocket, so
Okay.
we'll see. I don't remember what the number was. I want to say it was like 25 to 1, maybe. So
Okay.
$20 pays 2,000 or so. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'll pull it up, but
Okay.
yeah. So
Where's it
watching
at?
one scrimmage.
Is it in Indy this year? Is that
I
where
think
the
it's in
national?
Indy. Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's in
Final
Indy.
four.
So, yeah. But yeah, basketball season's coming, and so we will definitely cover basketball just like we do football on this pod. Um, and we'll do a preseason preview here in a couple of weeks as we get a little closer. I think we got our first preseason game at the end of this month, so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah, we
coming
have
up
we
on
have
us.
real games like November 2nd or 3rd or something. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know our two preseason are Memphis and Cincinnati. Like
Yes.
usually preseason you play Oklahoma School for the Blind,
Yeah.
and
Well,
but
we've
Cal
been
went out.
playing. We played Purdue and
Yeah,
Kansas.
Purdue and Kansas. Yeah, it's gotten a little bit
So
better, but yeah, so it's here, so I'm excited.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's go hot seats, shout outs.
Okay.
I've got one hot seat.
Okay.
You're not gonna like this one.
Uh,
My first hot seat is the state of Pennsylvania.
okay.
The state of Pennsylvania had a rough weekend. Obviously it started
Part of
with
Pennsylvania got cheated this weekend, but I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
Let me tell you why Pennsylvania had a rough weekend. Penn State, obviously, we already touched on it. Everybody thinks they're top two, top three team in the country. Before that Oregon game, they go to UCLA, lose to an 0-4 UCLA team who hadn't led at any point in the year.
Hmm. Hmm.
Bad enough right there. Like
Yep.
that's about as bad of a loss as you could ever have.
Right.
Well, then Saturday night, the Philadelphia Phillies blow a 3-0 lead at home in the first round of the NLDS to the Dodgers to lose
Hmm.
5-3. It's hard to go into Philly and win. The Philly fans are crazy. And
Hmm.
so they had a 3-0 lead. They thought they were going to coast through it. They blow a 3-0 lead at home. And then your Eagles had a 17-3 lead at home. And then
Hmm.
they ended up losing to the Broncos 21-17, got outscored 18-0 after that. So a couple blown leads at home. Penn State losing to an 0-4 team. It's a bad, bad, bad look for the state of Pennsylvania.
Well,
They are
I mean,
on the hot seat.
look, I didn't watch the Phillies game. I'm not a Phillies fan, but and Penn State, whatever. But let me tell you about I didn't realize that in the fourth quarter, if you're the home team, that you're not allowed to tackle people when they're still trying to get a first down. Apparently, that's unnecessary roughness. And then I didn't know that you can just grab a tight end by the jersey and almost tackle him while the balls hadn't even got there yet. That would have been an
Oh, Lord.
easy first down leading to a touchdown. So it's fine. It's never the ref's fault, but there was some very questionable things. So much so that the NFL commented on it. So anyway,
Oh, okay. Well,
which
I didn't
which
I didn't watch any of it, but I just know they blew a 17-3 lead to
yeah,
the
well,
fighting Bo Nixes.
yeah, well, they had some help. Anyway,
Yeah.
that'll take me to my first hot seat, which is the NFL. So that got me started on a bad trajectory. But Roger Goodell in the NFL, you are on the hot seat. Everybody knows he's trying to take the game international, and we've got games in Brazil and Ireland, and making everybody wake up or be in church on Sunday morning and forget that there's a 7 a.m. game and you have to set your lineup. You already got two dudes
You
playing that have scored 0 points because they had to go freaking overseas. But then they announced this week my pick for I knew what's her name, Taylor Swift wasn't going to be the halftime show, even though everybody wants her to.
Oh, the
Good
this is a
lord!
good one.
But
Good one.
but my pick was going to my sneaky pick for halftime performer was going to be Post Malone, which I was like, that'd been kind of cool. They've been like a lot of people have been wanting like a country artist. He's not like country, but he did come out with a country album. But
He's dabbling, yeah.
he has music in like a ton of different genres. I was like, you could make
Yeah.
almost everybody happy with that one. That was my pick for Super Bowl halftime performance. Then they announce Super Bowl halftime show is Bad Bunny, or I think as it's supposed to be pronounced, Bad Bunny.
Who
And
who is who is this guy?
I know all I know about him is that he was the caddy in Happy Gilmore 2. That's the extent
Okay.
of my knowledge. But apparently worldwide he's like a top 20 music artist. I couldn't tell you one song,
Me either.
which I'm like, this is today's world, but who names yourself
It,
Bad Bunny or Bad
it's not
Bunny?
like we're 70-year-old old heads. Like we're still kind of in the new game. You know, we
Yeah,
kind of know who the new hot young guys are, even if we don't listen to them.
right,
Like I knew who Kendrick Lamar was last year. I knew one or two of his
right.
songs. Like
Yeah,
this dude, I don't know. I don't know nothing about this cat. All I know
yeah.
is he doesn't play concerts in America
Mhm.
because he doesn't want ICE coming to his concerts.
Okay. And
Yeah,
does some other questionable things that I won't mention on the podcast, but yeah, so I don't understand the whole international thing. Apparently, the Super Bowl's in San Francisco this year. You could have had like Metallica or somebody from the Bay Area that you could have, sparked a lot of interest with. But freaking hot seat to Roger Goodell in the NFL for making Bad Bunny the halftime show. Stupid.
yeah, yeah. Don't know him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know one song of his. This is the first time in Super Bowl history that I don't know at least one song of the performer.
Yeah,
So, uh, yeah, it's a great shout out. Bad, bad what? Boney?
Bad Bunny is apparently
Okay,
how you're
okay,
supposed to say it.
gotcha.
Stupid.
Um, I got two shout outs. My first shout out is just this is kind of a hard one for me, but it's just the Toronto Blue Jays, man. They outscored the Yankees 23-8 in their first two games of the ALDS, and I'm a big playoff baseball guy, dude. Playoff baseball atmospheres are so underrated. Like
Mhm,
like you just live on every pitch and every hit. The whole crowd acts like it was a grand slam just because you're just
mhm.
living on every pitch.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, and I hate the Yankees, but they just massacred the Yankees both games. They were up 9-0 in game two, and Vladdy Jr. hit a grand slam that just made that place erupt. I don't want either one of them to go to the World Series because I don't want a team from Toronto to go to the World Series. I want a
No.
USA team, but I sure as hell don't want the Yankees to go. My first shout out's the Blue Jays for just laying the hammer to the Yankees in the first two games, outscoring them 23-8 over the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched any playoff baseball yet, mostly because there was 3 teams from the NL Central that got in, and not one of them was the Cardinals, so and still a little bitter about keeping our manager while Albert Pujols is the favorite to go be the manager of the Angels, so not real thrilled with baseball either at the moment, but no, when it's right, and, I've heard some other people just talking about going to some of the playoff games already, just the vibes are just awesome, which
Yeah,
I still haven't been to a professional baseball playoff game, but I'll put that year that the only time I've been to Omaha with Arkansas when we eventually ended up losing to Oregon State, but those first 2 nights in Omaha I would put with any football, basketball game I've ever been to as far as
yeah,
just the crowd, the vibes, the energy was awesome, and
it's
so
electric.
just high-fiving people you don't know and just going
Every
nuts and
strikeout, like it's
yeah,
so different than a normal baseball game.
yeah,
Like playoff
yeah,
baseball,
so
just everything you just go crazy with your fellow 20
yeah,
people around you.
yeah, so next
So when the Rangers went 2 years ago, man, game one tickets to the World Series, like nosebleed was over $1,000,
mhm,
and game two was not much better. And so what I said was, so Game 1 and 2 were in Texas. 3, 4, and 5 were in Arizona. If it had came to Game 6, I was going. Game 6 and Game 7, I didn't care what it cost. So I was going to get to go to a real series game. I was stoked, and then we finished at 5. They never came back to Texas. So I've never got to be to a playoff baseball game either, but it'll definitely happen one day, hopefully.
Yeah, next time the Cardinals are there, I need to go. I think my dad got to go back when we lived in outside of St. Louis, and then I think my brother may have gone to one a while back. But yeah, next time they're there, I'm gonna go.
You got a shout out?
Yep, I was gonna shout out just kind of the Walmart in Fayetteville put on an event all month in September. They had like I think it was called like the ESPN experience or something,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they had one of the little like cubbies there behind the registers, those little rooms that they have there that is normally like a haircut place or a whatever. They set it up with like a sports center desk and had like a ESPN experience and
Mm-hmm.
had like Darren McFadden's Doak Walker Award in there. They had, I think, like a national championship trophy in there. They had several things in there. It was decorated really cool, stuff you could take your picture with. But then throughout the whole month of September, they brought in. So one night, the only one I got to go to was they had Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, and Peyton Hillis there all together, which was really cool to get to meet
Yeah.
them, talk to them, get their autograph and stuff. And then, but they had Coach Cal, they had what's her name, the gymnastics coach there. They brought in Corliss, Scotty, and Nolan Richardson, which I
Nolan.
really wanted to go to, but we had something going on that night, so I didn't get to go. But I just thought that was a really cool, well thought out idea where you could go and meet these like legends in the state of in Arkansas sports and Arkansas sports history. I mean, like those are the biggest names you
Yep.
can meet and get a chance to meet them, shake their hand, get an autograph, take a picture with them. It was just, I thought that was really well done, really cool. I don't know if that was Walmart that put that on, if it was ESPN that started the idea of that, but either way, it was just really cool. So getting to see kids go do it, get to me live out like high school and college again, going and
Yep.
see DMAC and Peyton Hillis and those guys. So um, yeah, that was really cool. It was really well done, well put together. So shout out to Walmart and ESPN, whoever initiated that. That was really cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. They have I told you I got to eat dinner at Nolan Richardson's house with him?
No,
Yeah,
I would have.
I'll leave that for another day. But yeah, I've been to Nolan's house and had dinner with him. We're boys, we're tight.
I didn't get that text.
No, I bet you didn't.
I was looking for it. See where my invite was. Anyway,
Yeah,
no, that's cool. That would have been. I would
yeah.
have
I'll
loved to
I'll
just.
talk about that in the summer, kind of when we have less things to talk about how that
Yeah.
came about. But it was really neat. So on my second shout out, man, I'm a big hype guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love like intro videos. Like, dude, I used to just when I was a kid, even today, when the Razorbacks run out and they do the video,
Mm-hmm.
and just stuff like that, hype videos, and there was a great hype video this weekend, and I'm gonna
Okay.
play it.
Okay.
Um, and you may have seen it, but it was Ray Lewis and Jameis Winston, and they were doing a Miami Florida State hype video.
Okay.
Obviously Ray Lewis played at Miami, Jameis played at Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know both of them have their own trouble past.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about just like leaders of their teams, and dude, they are two of the best to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Of getting their guys to rally around them for their team. So I'm gonna play this video, and
All right.
and they played it on game day, and I got goosebumps watching it. Then they played it
Yeah.
again before kickoff of Miami Florida State, and I got goosebumps again watching it. And so, dude, it just got me ready to run through a wall. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
play that real quick.
All right.
The air is heavy down here. It reminds you with every breath, nothing here comes easy. We grew up in the same blocks, the same parks, the same fields, chasing the same dreams on the same grass. It made us brothers. Until this rivalry
said otherwise.
The youth is all about the spiker, baby. Big time players make big time plays. Big time games.
Big time players step up in big games.
Come on, man, you know the truth. We are the Storm. And we've been waiting.
But storms, they pass. At Florida State, we do it big.
We're doing it big all over the country.
We don't run from the fire. We feed it. This ain't a revival. Revivals
For the forgotten. This is a reckoning of the rivalry. The storm is coming.
The fire is waiting.
The youth,
The nose.
the whole world is watching.
It's the battle for Florida.
That's pretty sweet.
Dude, they're two of the best. They're
Yeah.
two of the best.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Ray was like, the storm is coming. And James was like, the storm is past. You know, like, it was so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, they're two of the best, man. And just being in coaching for 14 years, like, you're always trying to find videos to show your teams or motivational leadership. And both of those guys got some of the best, you know, leadership, motivational, just talks, but also live clips of them in action, trying to gather, rally their troops. And
Yeah.
man, I love that. Love that.
Oh yeah. No, it's cool. It'd be a lot cooler if Miami wasn't sponsored by Adidas, but no, that was a sweet video. It just shows you that there's nothing better than college football when your team is relevant and has a big game to play. There, I mean, just the Darren McFadden years and those two really good years we had under Petrino, like, man, when it was a big game, the stadium's just rocking, and they had really good. I feel like they were better hype videos back then of, you know, just pregame and during the game, and just, I mean, I guess it helps with everything if you're winning, but yeah, that was awesome. It's just awesome times. There's nothing better than college football in the world than when your team is relevant and good, when you got a big matchup in your stadium. Like, it's awesome. Like the week leading, like, think about this week leading up. If we were a top 10, 15 team and we're going to Neyland Stadium playing top 15 team in Tennessee with the number one offense, like, just think about how we've won 5 of the last 6 matchups against them. Like, just think about the week leading up, like what that would do to your week. Like, I didn't even miss us not playing last week.
Yeah,
like,
me either.
like it was just, you know, normally on a bye week, you're like, dang it, what are we going to do all Saturday when the Hogs aren't playing? But I was just like, whatever, I'll move boxes today. But yeah, college football, when it's at its peak, there's nothing better.
No,
and
there's nothing.
Just makes you want your team to be a part of it, and we just haven't got to be in a while. So
Yeah. No, there's nothing like it, man. Whether you're there or not. Like, if you're there and you're walking through the tailgate scene, you know, and you getting there for the hog walk and whatever, you know, or if you're not there, you're just watching ball, hanging out with the guys, grilling. You just got this nervous energy you just can't explain.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just not there for us right now. So
no. But it's coming.
Right.
The storm is coming.
The storm is coming. That's right. So yeah, so I thought we'd do something a little neat today. I think we need to go over the scores of all of our coaching candidates, and see who's showing out and who's not. First of all, I would like to be first to say that Sir G.J. Kinney of Texas State, you are no longer on the list. Goodbye.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't have him on mine to begin with, just because I think I saw he was here under Morris or
with
something.
Chad.
Like,
he's a GA for Chad.
Yeah, I don't need any Morris ties. So, and definitely not if you're going to lose Arkansas State. So,
yeah, you have been removed, sir. But yeah, so your boy Alex Golish, they only beat Charlotte 54-26, but it was not that close. I
Right.
mean, it was like
Right.
28-0 in the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's some national people are getting some buzz about him to Arkansas. So that's my guy. You heard it here first.
I like it. I like it. Yep, you heard it on the Never Yield pod first. I like it. I think that'd be a home run hire. So he took care of business. 54-26 win over Charlotte. John Sumrall at Tulane had a bye. As long as Florida keeps winning and as long as Kentucky can't afford to fire Mark Stoops, I think he's a serious candidate for our job. You know, he played at Kentucky. So
Mm-hmm.
so we need Kentucky not to fire Mark Stoops. SMU, Rhett Lashley, took care of Syracuse 31-18. UNLV, Dan Mullen got a big 31-17 over Wyoming, a win in the snow. I don't know if you saw it was snowing there.
Yes,
but,
I did see a snapshot of that.
Almost everybody, though, was predicting Wyoming to win that game. I think Nevada was a 2-point favorite, and everybody thought Wyoming was going to win.
Not this
So
guy. I'll take that one.
Dan Mullen proved the haters wrong.
Yep.
And then John Gruden is still undefeated this year. I don't know if you know that. He hasn't lost. He hasn't lost yet.
No losses.
And so he's still very much in the running, being undefeated. Do you see his TikTok he did?
Was it for the
Derek's
football field that everybody's doing? But but he threw in some Razorback stuff in there.
First sentence was like, everybody knows how much I love the Arkansas Razorbacks. I was like, let's go.
Yes. I'm like, are you saying it to stir the pot, to kind of, be like, let's get some chatter going about it, or are you being for real about it? But
yeah, we'll never know.
I'll take it. Either way, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's giving us
means we're on his mind. We're on his mind anyway. At least for that TikTok, we were on his mind.
That's exactly right. So, anyways, that's kind of the main guys. Is there anybody else? I mean, there's 100 names, obviously, but those are kind of the big ones I wanted to touch on. The mid-major guys.
So all the reports, and I am not and do not claim to be an insider by any stretch, but I do watch a lot of the interviews and podcasts and things that talk about coaching searches and stuff. And so according to a lot of what I've heard is that a lot of the boosters are really making a huge push for Rhett Lashley. Like that's the guy that we're going after. A lot of the national, college football insiders are saying that. A lot of the local people are saying that a lot of these boosters and a lot of the big wigs are going all in on Rhett Lashley. And if history is any guide of any other coaching search, all that tells me is that Rhett Lashley will not be the head coach of the University of Arkansas.
That is correct.
So I'm not hopeful of that result, but all indications lead, with history as any guide, is that Rhett Lashley will not coach at Arkansas, at least not this coaching cycle.
It's never the first guy.
Right. And there's a lot of people, Penn State lost to UCLA after losing, the big game to Oregon. A lot of people think that even though Florida beat Texas, that Billy Napier's job still isn't completely safe. And so I've heard, this is from national people, saying that this might be one of the biggest coaching carousel off seasons that we've had in recent memory, which all goes to show how mad I'm going to be that we didn't make the change last year. I've said it 18 times already on this 11 episode podcast, but I cannot understand why you moved forward this year and didn't make the change when you were the premier job, when already you're like borderline best job as of now, but there will be more. We got a lot of season left and there's going to be people coming down the line. And so my big questions right now are like, have we hired the search firm yet? And I haven't heard anybody go in depth about Hunter Yurachek's meeting, a week and a half ago, when he went to the board and tried to clean up his comments or explain himself. But his comments at the Bobby presser weren't much better, because he basically said Sam didn't have the funds to be successful, but the next coach will. But I'm like, if Sam didn't have the funds to be successful, that's on you. It's not on him.
No.
It's the AD's job. So I'm like, everybody's just okay. Like, and I haven't heard any heat to the fire of Hunter Yurchek not being here when the next coach is named. So I'm just like, did all that just go fine and dandy? Is everybody just okay with him not being held accountable for not making the change last year and having to make the change 5 games in this year? Among all the NIL and transfer portal stuff that we were so far behind on, but I don't know. That's where I'm at. I could get fired up again about it, but
Yeah, I mean, I've heard so many things already, and let me just remind our listeners that these local guys, they don't know.
right.
No offense to any of them,
Yeah.
but they don't know. The
Mhm.
national guys are 99 out of 100 times the ones who break this, who
Mhm.
have all the inside info. Like we said, outside of Wes Moore with the cow thing, that's the only one
Mhm.
I can think of where a local guy kind of broke anything. But
Mhm.
these national guys, the Pete Thamels, the On Three guys, the 24/7, the Brandon Marcellos. I mean, think about it. Brandon Marcello was the one that reported to start it all about Bobby
Mhm.
working the phones. Next
Mhm.
week, Sam's gone.
Yep.
Who broke the news of the defensive staff getting fired? The guy from On Three that morning, and Pete
Yep.
Thamel. Like,
Yep.
it's not local guys that break this stuff. So,
Mhm.
so whatever you're hearing from these local guys, no offense to any of them, I respect them all for their grind,
Yeah.
but they don't know.
Right.
They don't know. So,
Yep.
just remember that.
Yeah.
Now,
And
let
we
me tell
won't
you
know.
what.
And
Let
we
me tell you
won't
what the
know
local
anything
guys
for
have
2
been
months.
saying. The local
Yeah.
guys have been saying that half of the boosters want Rhett, half of the boosters want Dan Mullen, someone with SEC experience. I've
Mhm.
heard that rumor. I've heard the rumor that Hunter Yurchek's leaving to take a job at the SEC offices. I've heard that rumor.
Please.
Like
Please.
rumor season is in full effect, and
Yep.
I'm here for it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Don't
Yeah.
believe any of it, but I'm here
Right.
for it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's kind of our bye weekend. Anything else we want to touch on?
I mean, it's just everybody's trying to get that scoop and hear anything. But again, there's so much. It's not like, most of the time when there's a coaching search, it's the end of the year.
Yeah.
And so everybody else is wrapping their seasons, or there's only a couple games left, or what have you. So yeah, there's a lot of season left to be played. I mean, just like you said, the Texas State, GJ Kinney, like may have some of these guys are going to lose some games and kind of undo their spot for some of these jobs. I've heard I heard a national guy say that Summerall at Tulane may be above the Arkansas job. That he's going to have big opportunities
Yeah.
if some of these bigger schools come open. And so, but you never know. I mean, it's going to be whichever one that coach thinks is the right fit. Whoever brings, whoever has money for assistance and NIL and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I
There's
we're just
something
here
to be
for it.
said about guys that are from the South and kind of
Mhm.
have the blueprint of the South coaching in the
Mhm.
South.
Yeah.
Like I don't see Summerall being a fit at Virginia Tech
Right.
or even Penn State. Like he played at Kentucky. He's from the South. He's
Mhm.
coached at Troy, Tulane,
Mhm.
Alabama, Louisiana. So yeah, I'm with you. Like I said it 3 podcasts ago that he's gonna be a head coach in the SEC somewhere. I
Mhm.
think. I just
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know if it'll be Arkansas or not. So I think he's definitely a hot name.
Mhm.
But yeah, well, we act like it's gonna happen the next week. Like
Right.
that's the way we
There's so
talk. Like when we're
much.
having a conversation, dude. We're months out. So
Yeah. Well, and even with the playoff thing now, it's like if you're after a coach in the playoff, then you're going to be waiting until January. It's not
yeah,
going to be, you know, we may not have a coach before Christmas. That's why I'm kind
yeah.
of that's why I'm kind of rooting for. I just want the best fit, obviously, and nobody is a guarantee, obviously, but you almost kind of wish one of these guys that we like that's not currently coaching could be the guy so that you could kind of go ahead and lay the ground, especially if over the next 3-4 weeks before the next bye week, if it looks like Bobby's probably not going to be in contention for the job, then I would like to kind of have some ears on the ground of like somebody that could be like, hey, we really want you to be the guy, and like kind of start getting their feet on the ground. But
Yeah.
you never, it's going to be a
Those
long time.
those conversations are 100% they've already started happening.
Yeah.
And they'll just ramp up more, but they already know who is and the least bit interested. They've already reached out to all the agents, and they've kind of hopefully got their pool narrowed down. Now they just got to get the package ready to go try to sell it, on
Yeah.
whoever their top 2 or 3 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It'll play itself out, and I'm here for it. If we don't have a coach by Christmas, though, like you said, you could almost book down that it's going to be the Power 5 coaches in the playoff. If we don't have it by Christmas, you'll be like,
Right.
we've already got a deal worked out with Sumrall or
Yeah.
whoever, Rhett, Lashley, or, it doesn't matter. I would hope that better be the issue if we don't have a coach by Christmas.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just going to be like,
yeah.
I missed out on all the other ones. Bobby, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see that I posted our podcast in one of the Razorback groups, and some old heads came at me for posting Bobby in the neck brace on the thumbnail?
Oh, no.
Dude. Yeah,
that.
some old heads, they started show some respect. He's apologized, and he's a new man. That's very disrespectful to put that picture out there of him.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I think
fired back. I fired back. I had to.
Yeah, like I said, I think I said it last week, but I think there's a probably about a 30%, but strong 30% portion of the fan base that is like all they want is Bobby Petrino to be the next head coach. And Hunter Yurachek's one of those 30. He's the 31 of the 30%. But yeah, I think there's that portion of the fan base that's just going off of the feeling they had in 2011, 2010, 2011, back in there, that want him to be the head coach. And so,
well, I commented back. I said, I wasn't doing it out of disrespect. I put like 6 or 7 coaches on the thumbnail, and I was like, hey, this would be a good one for Bobby.
Yeah.
On our thumbnail for this podcast, it's a normal picture of Bobby and a normal picture of Heupel. Like,
right.
It was just for that one thumbnail. So they can go kick rocks.
Yeah.
Go listen to a different podcast, you old heads.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to find a podcast. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe their caretaker in their senior living facility will help them out finding it.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Well, that is our bye week pod review. So we are moving on to Tennessee. We'll preview Tennessee game on Friday's podcast. Man, we hit our last pod with the coach's hot board was our most viewed pod to date since we released it. So we want to thank everybody for listening and watching us. We'll continue to try to bring good, entertaining content. Tell a friend about us. Go subscribe on YouTube. Still trying to get to that 100 subscribers. Give us a like and a follow. Posted a couple TikTok videos, the same ones that I post on YouTube Shorts. And I had no idea the reach that TikTok would get us in our first video. Had thousands and thousands of views. Had Missouri fan. I posted the one about me wanting to drink. Had Missouri fans all up in the comments being like, he don't want to go back to that dump. Quit trying to take my coach. So we've got the Missouri fans pissed at us. We got the old heads pissed at us. We're doing good. We're good.
We're coming for you. One is safe.
Give us a like and a follow. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And we will be back Friday. Take us home, brother.
All right. Stay classy out there. Never yield. Boo pig.
Woo pig.